you guys, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. You guys, we're going to be talking about Teen Mom star, former Teen Mom star, Jenelle Evans, because oh my goodness, and y'all, I swear this app is playing tricks on me. Anyways, we're going to be talking about Jenelle Evans because news broke last night that her son Kaiser had been attacked and robbed while at a park in Las Vegas by himself. And here's the thing, you guys, is nobody knew this. Nobody knew this happened besides Janelle, her boyfriend August, Kaiser, Jace, and Inslee. August and Janelle made the conscious decision to run to Celeb Buzz and sell the story about what happened to Kaiser for money. Janelle then took the article that Celeb Buzz typed up and she posted it on her Facebook page. So they sold the story of what happened to Kaiser. He was at a park by himself, and I have a source that lives in the area and knows it. So I'm going to tell you guys, there is a main interstate close to Janelle's house, and so there is a junior high school at the end of their block. The park that we think that Kaiser was at is called, well, I'm not going to say what it's called because I don't want people to know. Well, anyways, most likely the gates are closed once school lets out. That's probably to the school, but I guess the park is still open. But either way, Kaiser was at this park by himself, which is like a block away from Janelle's house. Las Vegas, they do not live in a gated community, from my understanding. Now, August and Janelle sold the story. Celeb Buzz put it out, and we're going to go over the details, but not from Celeb Buzz. We're going to go over to the Ashley's Reality Roundup because a 911 call was made by Janelle, and the Ashley was able to verify that 911 call coming in. And here's the thing. Janelle and August was at home upstairs in Janelle's bedroom when this took place. Kaiser comes running back home to them, running upstairs crying, telling them what happened, that he was roughed up. They stole his bike and stole the money out of his wallet. So this is Janelle's post. This is literally, I can't, like, if I'm a celebrity, I use that term so loosely when I talk about like these reality TV people. But if I am, and I already get flack for not watching my children and not keeping up with my kids and not being a good mom, I'm not about to sell a story about them being at a park by themselves. Right? Definitely not going to do that. So this is what Janelle posted 20 hours ago. It says Kaiser was, and she redacted the word robbed. We are looking for those involved in comments. And then it says, we are working with local PD to find those POS. Exclusive. Janelle Evans' son, Kaiser, was mugged by other kids at the park. And then several comments was like, a 10-year-old alone anywhere in Vegas is effing asinine. No 10-year-old should be at a park without a parent present. He has been robbed of a normal childhood, robbed of a father who cares, robbed of a mother who is present. Being robbed of pocket change is the least of his worries, unfortunately. Well, welcome to Vegas. Not sure why someone would move there. There's nothing good about the place, no matter where you live. Moved out of that hellhole 2 years ago next month. Couldn't have made a better decision. And I'm not going to knock Las Vegas. I've never even been there, so I don't know. Some people may love living there. And of course, a 10-year-old child was there by himself. Why is a 10-year-old child at a park alone? Because 10-year-olds go to the park, y'all. No, not my 10-year-old. I'm sorry. My 10-year-old ain't going a block away in Las Vegas. I mean, who was Jessie Dugard? Is that her name? Jessie Dugard. Is that the girl's name? They literally caught the bus like at the end of her driveway. And she was waiting at the end of her driveway to get picked up by the bus. And she was kidnapped. And her stepdad saw it happen because her stepdad was sitting there watching her to catch the bus. He was standing there at the door watching her, like monitoring his child, waiting for her to catch the bus. And a car pulls up and kidnaps her. She was gone for 18 years. Her parents had already thought that she had died, basically. She had been kidnapped for 18 years. So everybody was saying, like, oh, they're kids. They should be going. Like, who cares? I'm not a helicopter parent. I've seen a couple comments like that. Like, I'm not a helicopter parent. Well, that's fine. But guess what? When kids start getting kidnapped, it won't be mine because I'm a helicopter parent. The kids that get kidnapped are going to be those that say, I'm not a helicopter parent. You know what I'm saying? Because us helicopter parents, if they kidnap our kid, they're going to kidnap us too because we're right there with our kids. Literally, I had an incident in Walmart years ago and I was right there. I was checking my groceries out, and my baby was sitting in the seat part of the buggy. And I'm like this, and I'm checking my groceries out, and somebody tried to snatch she did. She snatched my baby up, and I literally like turned around and grabbed. So literally, like, and we're not even talking about like outside. We're not talking about Kaiser was outside in his yard. I could even be like, okay, outside in the yard, whatever. He was like a block or so away at a park. Janelle and August was back at home up in the bedroom. So let's read this article by the Ashley Realities Roundup because I'm not going to read the clickbait side. I'm not gonna do that. All right. I do apologize. I know my frame looks funny today. StreamYard, whatever I have, hates me. Jenelle Evans' boyfriend claims her son Kaiser was robbed in Las Vegas. Teen mom star criticized for using her kid's traumatizing event for profit. Don't worry, guys. Little Kevin or Kaiser wanted me to share this embarrassing event with you. That is so right? Janelle. He wanted me to share it. Jenelle Evans' son Kaiser was recently the victim of a crime, and the fired Teen Mom star is being criticized not only for allowing it to happen, but for telling the world about it. On Thursday, Janelle's manager turned boyfriend August King gave an interview to Celeb Buzz about Kaiser recently being robbed by older kids at a park near Janelle's Las Vegas home. Although there was no actual need to share this news with the interwebs, August still, I feel like I can't say that word. I don't know. I feel like I've never seen that word. Anyways, August still decided to share the news with the clickbait site. He shared the tale of how 10-year-old Kaiser had his bike and his money stolen. Me and Janelle were in the house, and Kaiser came upstairs crying. Janelle's soulmate manager, August, told the clickbait site. Kaiser was at the park, and basically some group of kids came up to him, and they roughed him up a little and threw him off the bike and stole his money. And they stole his bike, and they also took his money that he had in his wallet, which was like $50. According to August, the money grabbing hooligans were a group of about 5 older kids. I think it's ironic that August is like the money grabbing hooligans, which is exactly what he and Janelle are. Money grabbing hooligans. Before running to the clickbait site to cash in on Kaiser's traumatizing event, August and Janelle did call the police. The Ashley can confirm that a call was made to the police last weekend regarding a robbery near that park. According to August, he and Janelle went to the park to meet with police and talk about the theft. August explained that the entire family was there with the police. Well, they came when the police came, but they definitely was not there with Kaiser. The police advised us to go to the local middle schools and high schools and look at bike racks to see if one of the kids rode the bikes to school. Which, if these people know potentially who you may be and potentially have known who Kaiser was, and they read this news, they're not going to ride the bike to school because they're going to be like, well, they're going to come looking for it, so I don't need to ride it to school. Janelle's new soulmate stated, adding that they are also calling on Kaiser's high school age half brother Jace to look for Kaiser's stolen bike at his school. According to August, Kaiser is handling the situation well. He's good. He's a tough guy, August said of Kaiser. He hasn't asked to go back to the park, so I think in that sense, he's a little nervous to go back to the same park, but he doesn't seem shaken up. He's cool, calm, and collected. He won't be going to the park anytime soon by himself, and we'll be looking for these kids. August then bragged that such crimes are rare in the high-end neighborhood in Las Vegas that Janelle is currently shacking up in. And according to my source, Janelle does not live in a high-end It's not. It is not crime free. It's let me go back to my source just to make sure. Let's see. Not the safest. It's like average. Like they do have crime. It's not like overrun with crime, but it's not a high end neighborhood that has no crime. It's listed as one of the safest places in all of Las Vegas, according to August, which is not true from my understanding. Two of the police officers live in the same neighborhood and go to that same park. I mean, I have police officers. Let me tell you about I have a police officer that lives at the end of the road down here, and guess what happened about maybe like 8 months ago? Somebody stole his car. The police officers. So just because a police officer lives in your neighborhood, it does not mean that like there's no crime there. You know, literally somebody stole the police officer's car down there. I have three police officers in my block here. Three police officers. And stuff gets stolen all the time, unfortunately. And I live in a decent neighborhood. I don't live in like a rundown. I live in a decent neighborhood. But there is a couple of houses that have kids. We always know who it is. It's always the same group of kids. The same group of kids has stole my son's bike like 3 times. So, um, as he actually previously reported, Janelle has stated that Kaiser has struggled since moving to Las Vegas last year. Back in September, Janelle sent Kaiser to live with his paternal grandmother Doris in Tennessee indefinitely. However, Kaiser's visit was short lived after fans started criticizing Janelle for shipping her kid off and for the way that she did it. Janelle reversed the decision and flew him back to Tennessee. Oh, and then flew back to Tennessee to bring Kaiser back to Las Vegas. Since then, Kaiser's been living with Janelle in Las Vegas. Janelle fans are not thrilled that the Teen Mom star decided to use Kaiser's unfortunate incident as a way to make quick cash via a clickbait site. Dang, Janelle, I like you, but this is monetizing your child, one person wrote in the comment section of Janelle's post about the incident on Facebook. Why is she using this for content? Many fans also opine that Kaiser at 10 may be too young to be allowed at a park by himself. Why is a 10-year-old at a park alone and y'all are upstairs? Not even like outside the house walking around. One person wrote in Janelle's post comment section. He's freaking 10. Where are you? Or another supervising adult. This is not the first time that Janelle has been criticized for allowing her kids to roam the neighborhood unsupervised. Back in October, a neighbor told The Sun that Kaiser and his sister Inslee were frequently seen riding their bikes all over the neighborhood for hours during school days without Janelle or another adult supervising. Into a while, well, when was this? Maybe, well, I'll tell you when it was. It was after the situation with Amber Portwood, where she went off on Gary on her live. Um, Janelle went live and she was talking about the Amber Portwood thing. And at one point, she got up and she was like, "Oh, let me tell y'all what I got in the mail today. Let me tell y'all what I got in the mail today." I think it was air tags. I want to say she was like, "I got air tags to put on my kids so when they're off like riding their bikes, I can keep up with them." I'm like, I mean, I guess that's a good idea if you're, well, it is a good idea if you're not going to watch your kids, if you're going to send them off to the park by themselves, put an air tag on them. You know what I'm saying? Because if they get kidnapped, at least then maybe you'll be able to find them. But yeah, you guys, I have to imagine since the police have been involved in this, they are probably, I would have to imagine like CPS like knows about this at this point. Um, because at a 10-year-old, also, I know I have some people in here from Vegas. My source told me that it gets dark in Vegas around 4:45, 5 p.m. Is that correct? My Vegas people, doesn't it get dark around like 5 p.m. in Vegas? So I'm trying to find out what time this happened because it would be even worse if he's at the park at dark time. Okay, Shenanigans says yes, it gets dark around 5 p.m. And the thing is, she works from home. She works from home. Go to the park with your kid. Same. That's me, Miss Maverick. Miss Maverick. Like everybody knows everybody. That's why when our bikes come up stolen, like we like knew who it was. I mean, the first time we didn't know. Our little block is a pretty good block. Like I said, we have 3 police officers, and a while back, this family moved in, and the dad is always gone, so it's mainly the mom with her kids, and my kids kinda took to them kids, and they would come over here and play, and we caught them, like, stealing from us, like, food. Like, when they would leave to go home, they would dip off in our pantry and grab, like, as many Gatorades as they could, like, stick them in their pockets, and my husband was like, "Listen, we don't mind y'all eating and drinking when y'all are here, but, like, we can't afford for, like, y'all to grab 5 or 6 Gatorades on your way out." Like, when you're here, you're more than welcome to have whatever, within reason or whatever. But they didn't like that my husband, like, said something to 'em about it, and they kinda stopped coming around, and the kids, these it's this one group of kids at this house that before they came, there was no stealing in our community, but now, like, and I've caught the boy on my son's bike twice. At one time, we were, like, going, to a Halloween carnival, and I'm driving, and I see him on the bike, and I pull over, and I'm like, "That's my son's bike." He's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "Yes, it is," because right when we got my son's bike, he damaged one of the pedals, and we ordered a pedal, but it came a different color. So he had one black pedal and one, like, uh, steel like, silver and black. So it was a brand new bike, blue bike, like, knew what brand it was, and the pedals were different. And I was like, "Dude, that's literally our bike. It literally came up missing like 3 nights ago. That's it." And I was like, "Take it back." So he actually brought it back and threw it off in the edge of but then he did it again, and I saw him again, and this time when I saw him the second time, I called the cops because I was like, "Dude." So, anyways, just because you have cops in your area does not mean that it's safe, does not mean that people's not gonna steal, does not mean that a group of bullies are not going to rough your kids up, especially if you're not around. Kaiser already deals with being bullied. So I'm like, if I had a child that dealt with being bullied and was really struggling from it, I know I would not send them to the park by themselves. Because if you send kids to the park by themselves and there's another group of kids there and they start picking on your child, no one's there to do anything. And let's talk about Nathan real quick, and I gotta wrap this video up because I gotta start making sure I try to not do them so long because YouTube is literally not promoting my videos, and I think it's because I'm doing them too long. But Nathan, he hasn't said anything about this, but he has been posting about him and his new girlfriend, and their relationship seems weird, like a little weird, because he did a live or a video the other day where he talked about how they have each other's passwords to everything. They don't have other she don't follow any other men. He don't follow any other women. And then he made a post, a picture of them together where they were covering each other's eyes. And he said that it started as a joke that when they would watch a movie, and it would show a girl that was like naked or whatever, his girlfriend started covering his eyes. So he started doing that to her, covering her eyes. And they have just continued to do that because they don't want to corrupt themselves and they only have eyes for each other. I actually have the post. I don't think it's up. Okay, so it says it started as a joke, but now we decided to do it because we don't want to be polluted. She covered my eyes during a sexual content scene of a woman, and the very next scene it was a guy. So now we just do it every movie we watch because yes, we have a past, which we don't talk about, but we don't need to go any further than that besides each other now. Our eyes are meant for each other. So he is literally in his own little world. Nathan is in his own little world with this young girl. He's just got out of rehab. He's just started back living his life. He's got this young thing that he seems obsessed with. So, yeah, I wished he would step up and do something, even if it's help. I know that. Even if it's help his mom get custody, even if it's help his mom, because I don't think Nathan needs to have custody. That's for sure, because he's still dealing with his own issues. But I definitely think maybe his mom should help. You know, I mean, should I think his mom would do good with Kaiser? Not his mom should help. His mom would do good with Kaiser, and Kaiser would be so much better off with Nathan's mom. So why was he alone at a park? Because let me tell y'all what I've been told by my sources. I've been told by my sources the kids are always alone. The kids are like when Janelle's off doing things with the kids, she films it. It's content. Like when they're at that house, the kids are doing their own thing. Janelle's locked away in her room, or she's in her pot room where she's smoking pot. Like if she takes the kids somewhere, she films it. She uses it for content. Them kids are always like doing their own thing. They ride their bike outside alone. They roam the neighborhood alone, and now they're going. I mean, thank God Inslee don't get to go by herself. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully Inslee doesn't get to go off by herself to a park that's like a block away. But we're going to continue to keep up with this, you guys, because Janelle is getting hammered in the comment section of her own post, and I'm like, was there not a thought in Janelle's mind to say, I already get called a bad mom already? Like, I'm not going to put this out that my 10-year-old was at a park by himself. Or does she think that that's okay? Does Janelle think, who cares? Here's the thing. Kaiser was raised in the country on property that nobody else lived on, where they had free reign. Like, so going from living in North Carolina on your own property where you don't like your neighbor's like a 4-wheeler ride away. I mean, you can walk there, but take you a little bit longer. So it's like a 4-wheeler ride away. You have neighbors, but they're kind of, so he is used to just being outside roaming the woods and roaming his property and not encountering people that could kidnap him, that could steal from him, that could bully him. Las Vegas is a completely different ball game. So I don't understand why Janelle and August thought, oh, well, we're going to sell the story. And yeah, nobody's going to think we're bad parents for letting a 10-year-old go to a park by herself in Las Vegas. I mean, there's a few people that's like, oh, helicopter moms. But for the majority of the comments, it's like, oh, here's one right here. I just moved from Vegas to a neighboring city, and even the nicest, safest neighborhoods aren't safe in Vegas anymore. People get robbed in guarded, gated communities there. We have 10-year-olds stealing cars in broad daylight. It's crazy. Why was he at the park by himself? The only thing he was robbed of was a normal mom. Wow. I would never allow my children alone anywhere in Vegas, especially children I made famous. No crap. Like what if somebody saw him and recognized him? Be nice if the park had cameras. I wonder if they asked about that. Who can believe Janelle? Trouble does find you mysteriously. That's sad. I'm sure he wasn't innocent. What does that mean? I mean, why was he there alone? Why would a 10-year-old be alone at a park? And also, why would you let him have $50 on him? Doesn't make sense. Why was your 10-year-old alone at a park and y'all were upstairs? Not even like outside the house walking around. He shouldn't be going to the park by himself. This is awful. Sad he doesn't feel safe in his neighborhood park. Well, he did until now. He's freaking 10. Where are you? Why is what happens to your child any of our business or the internet? Be a responsible parent first and stop exploiting your children. You get mad if the media you get mad at the media for doing it, yet here you are, all for the clickbait to make money. And I'm glad that person said that because it reminds me of what I was going to say. So a couple of during the Kaiser incident, it was during the Kaiser incident. Janelle made a post saying, Why are people so worried about my kids? It's weird. Like, y'all are weird. Why are grown adults so worried about my kids? Y'all are literally weird. And I'm like, you have, we've watched your kids be born, grow. Like, why are we worried about them? But you put stories about them out like this. How about nobody clicked on it because they don't want to be weird worrying about your child? You want to put clickbait articles out there and want people to click on them. You want people, you want as many people as possible to click on that article so you can make money, right? But those are the weird people, right? Because only weird people care. Only weird people are worried about your kids. Why isn't she worried about them exactly? So I think it's ironic that, or hypocritical, maybe I should say, that literally just a couple of weeks ago she was like, "Y'all are weird for being so concerned about my kids. Y'all are weird," and now you're literally posting stories about your son and wanting us to click on it so you can make money. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to continue to keep up with the situation. I'm going to see if I can get a hold of the 911 call to see if we can get any more reports from it. And yeah, I honestly don't think people are trying to say responsible parents giving their kids independence. Janelle doesn't care about her kids, and she made that up. Right. Yeah. Yeah, this ain't even about like adults giving their kids a little independence. It's not even about that. It's about Janelle has shown for 15 years that she does not have motherly instinct. She does not think like a mom. She does not protect her kids like a mom. And that is the issue that so many people have had with her. So, you guys, when I saw this last night, I was like, "You have got to be kidding me." I mean, honestly, thank God nothing worse happened. Thank God, because, I hear stories. Oh my goodness, you know what? The high school that I went to, there was a situation years ago where a guy was walking down the steps and another guy hit him in the back of the head. He flung forward, hit his head on another part of his head, and he was in a coma for a while. Like, this dude was all type of messed up. So another dude that I went to school with, he got jumped in the locker room, and they knocked like most of his teeth out. He had to have surgery on his face. I mean, you just don't know. You don't leave your 10-year-old alone. Like, what if they would have beat him up? They said he was roughed up. That's what the article said, that these kids roughed him up, stole his bike, and stole his money. So how roughed up was he? Did they beat him up, or did they just push him off the bike and take the bike? I mean, they was able to get his wallet out of his pocket. So how, that means somebody was holding him while somebody else got his wallet out? Or was he, did he have his wallet out? Was he showing them to try to brag? Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to put any, I'm not saying he did anything wrong. Is it at the post office, Ashley? I didn't get a note today, but I will check. I will definitely check. Hey. Oh, wow. Wow, opinionated. That would be crazy if they did. I'm trying to think. Because I remember Janelle saying she got her kids scooters, but I don't remember her ever saying she got them bikes, and that doesn't mean she didn't, but Janelle usually tells us when she's done something for the kids. I do remember her saying she got them scooters. But anyways, you guys, leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe. We're going to continue to keep up with the situation. I'm going to see if I can find the 911 call. And yeah, it just makes me wonder. It just makes me wonder, how far did it go with their roughing him up? They grabbed his wallet. Like, so was somebody holding him? I'm just thinking about it too deep. And I don't want to because it's going to make me sad. Like on your way out. Thank you. Off subject. Has Gary responded? He has not. Gary has not responded. If he does, I'll let you guys know. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, 4 children, now adults, and never, ever, ever. Right? Exactly. So you guys, leave me your thoughts. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out, and I will see you guys in the next one. If anything else comes from this, I will let you guys know. I'll see if I can get the police report from this as well. If I do, you guys will be the first to hear it. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.